Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Batu, and welcome back to another Christmas special. We'll call it a Christmas special, more like December time, and we are of course joined by our fabulous duo co-hosts. We have ourselves Alolan Vulpix and his sister, regular Cantonian Vulpix. How about y'all say hi? Awesome. How about y'all go behind us now while we talk about some other stuff? So before I actually do this rest of the video, I do have the question of the day. What's your favorite Hisuian Pokemon? I would love to know. Please let me know down in the comments. And today, if you guys don't know, recently I had my birthday going. It's been a few weeks, so we've had a few little episodes to go in between. And in that time, my girlfriend got me two amazing plushies. Now, these two plushies I've been wanting and I had my eye on for literally over a year now. I've been super excited to get them. However, each time I would try to, they were both sold out. They're one of those guys. And I can actually give you a hint on what they are. It has to do with this Samurott and that Zorua. And of course, they are Hisuian Pokemon, especially with the question of the day. So actually an interesting thing is that I'm kind of already building up towards my original Legends Arceus team. We have the Samurott, we have Zorua over there, and now we have two new introductions, and that being Hisuian Gudra and Hisuian Growlithe, and they look amazing. I'm super excited to show these guys off. I've been wanting them for, like I said, over a year now, and my girlfriend pulled up with the most amazing birthday present. I'm so thankful for her, which if you guys don't know, I actually turned 22 this week. On the actual time I'm recording this, it's like a few weeks over from that time, but it's whatever. So we're going to first start off with Hisuian Growlithe, and I already want to say, I love the awkward little face he has. It's so funny looking. And we can compare it over here to my Growlithe. You actually can't see him right now, you can only probably see a little ear, but he is of course smaller than the regular Growlithe, which of course is going to be because he's a Build-A-Bear, but I do think he has some pretty good qualities to him. First off, like I said, that face is adorable. I do like the stitching of the nose. I probably would have loved a more actual sewn-on nose, but for it being that, it's not too bad. It looks okay. And then of course the fuzzy hair on top with the little horn, and he is just amazing. I love the coloring they did. This reminds me of the Kecleon plush I reviewed a little bit ago, where they actually have everything printed on, and it actually looks good. He is unbelievably super compactly stuffed, so you can't really squeeze him very much. He is a harder plush, which I guess is kind of the factors with the Hisuian plushies they made this year or last year, with him being like that. Also right here, you could kind of bend it, but again, it is pretty well stuffed, so it's not going to be super squishable, super huggable. I don't recommend actually really cuddling with this guy too much, maybe just a collection piece, but of course he is part rock, so that kind of makes sense in how he feels and how he looks. He does look like a very more sturdy plush. He is adorable though. And if you don't know, Hisuian Growlithe is, I think, my favorite of the two Growlithes. I love myself some Cantonian Growlithe, but I do have to say, Hisuian Growlithe all the way for me. I love it so much. It was one of the Pokemon I for sure knew I was going to use on my actual team for Legends Arceus, and to actually have it officially as a plush is amazing. And my girlfriend, I believe, got it for $22 plus shipping, which is also very good. If you don't actually know about this guy, I think he had a restock, she said, recently. However, it still got kind of sold away very fast. So also, what is this thing on my face? I don't know if y'all can also see the light. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, it's the light over there. I'm not gonna fix it. You're just gonna have to have a little lighting on my face. Ooh. But like I said, a very nice plush. It's getting more and more expensive as time goes on. If my girlfriend hadn't got it for me, I would have gotten it myself from another friend, but I do really appreciate her actually coming and greeting this for me. One of the best birthday gifts I think I've ever gotten. I love the birthday gift she gets me. She gets me such amazing birthday gifts, and I appreciate it every year. But I do want to talk about the fact that the stitching is actually really well done on here. You can't really see too much of the stitching, and whenever you do, it kind of goes away pretty easily. It's supposed to be done all around the head. However, you can only really notice it right here, and then after that, it seems like the stitching becomes a lot more hard to notice. Of course, they have some stitching areas right there, but again, not bad to notice. The usual stitching you would see, some right here, but for the body, I would have expected to see, honestly, one all down there. I would have expected to see some weird stitching right here. But I think for this plush, Pokemon Center really succeeded in making it look actually pretty well. Pokemon Center does have a history of making some pretty bad sewing errors on plushies. So to have this little guy in my collection and know that he was pretty, I'm gonna say perfectly well done when it comes to actually sewing, makes me very happy. And I'm super glad to have my little Hisuian Growlithe in my collection. I think I'm gonna give him, I can't give him a 10 out of 10 just because I think I need to save 10 out of 10 for like the big boys, such as my little Mabalstiff right here. But I do think it's going to be a pretty nice, I think, let's say 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for my little Hisuian Growlithe. And then of course we have the big boy with the big butt. We have ourselves Hisuian Goodra. I use a Hisuian Goodra. I actually used the Sliggoo, the alpha one you get in the game. I used that one, and I actually had him evolve right after because it was raining at the perfect time. I named him Silky, and he was a powerhouse. I am super surprised at how amazing he did. But one thing I do want to talk about is usually whenever you kind of do that, it seems that this piece, whoever she had bought it from previously, had maybe stuffed it right there, so for some reason it doesn't actually stay here the whole time. It just tends to want to go right here, which either it might have been a sewing error, it might have been a error with somebody just kind of having something on top of it, so maybe it just pressed down for too long, or I'm assuming maybe it was just a thing where that's kind of how it's supposed to be. But this guy, he looks like he's sitting as well. How cute is that? So he's kind of like a big sitting cutie, if you will. No beams in him. Again, like I said, he is tightly compact when it comes to stuffing. He does have a big old butt, like I said, this little snail shell. This is really big. It's also very hard to snuggle. You can't really give him a big old snuggle fish, but it's still a very nice sewing it has. I will say, I do think that it's more noticeable, especially right there, more noticeable than the Growlithe was, so it's probably going to lose some points for that, but I do think it has a really good tendency with it, especially with the eyes. The eyes are such a beautiful little gray, as well as the cheeks, the mouth. I would have maybe liked this one to be felt, but I'm not complaining with it being just regular fabric sewn together, because that way I know for sure he's going to be a little bit sturdier. The goo looks adorable on him, and he's just all around a good plush. And of course I gotta give him some more points because he is obviously my beautiful little plush. He is obviously purple, and I love me some purple, so him having purple. I do like the color gray. I do like whenever it's like a bluish grayish, so having that for the tail as well as the face and the eyes, I do think it's pretty good. And while I said I was probably gonna put him as a, I don't know, maybe lower than the 9 out of 10, I do think he deserves the 9 out of 10 thing as well. I think he is just as well. Like, look at that face. You cannot say no to that. He looks happy to be here. I don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like these plushies seem pretty happy to be in the collection. They have some new friends, they have some new families, and I really appreciate them together. And I really appreciate my beautiful girlfriend. Hello, love, if you're there. I really appreciate you getting me these beautiful Pokemon plushies, and I'm super happy. I hope I get to make your Christmas special with some of the stuff I plan to get you in the future, and your birthday as well when it comes up in January. So this is a little thing to say thank you. I really appreciate you every single day. But now that we have these two guys all ready and set, I think it's time for us to put them together, figure out where we're going to put them in the collection, and then show them off. So we're going to show them off, and then we'll add them to the collection, and of course add them to the PokePlush Living Dex. So let's do that real quick, shall we? Alright, and I think I'm gonna have these guys just chilling over here for now. I'm still really trying to figure out if I want to keep Goodra up top and have the Growlithe move down, or I'm just gonna keep it like that. But I think having the Hisuian trio together would look perfect right there. There's one more that I need to get to actually make it enough. Actually, I need two more. What the heck? I need either a Hisuian Sneasel or Sneasler, and I need either Voltorb or Electrode, which I'm kind of leaning towards Voltorb. But yeah, that almost completes the set right there. Alright guys, I really appreciate y'all coming and watching. Today is going to be the last episode before we actually hit December, and our Christmas specials are going to be something very, very special, gimmicky, which if you've made it all the way down here, I'm just going to announce it. Unova month! So we're going to have a bunch of Unova episodes coming out. I'm super, super excited about it. And I'm super excited mainly because I also got the audio fixed, which if y'all haven't noticed, the audio is now officially fixed and so much better. I'm super sorry about October and a little bit November, guys. I finally figured it out. There was like a bunch of weird things, and every time I try to fix it, it made it even worse. So now I think the audio is better, which makes me very happy. But thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you didn't, I'm sorry. But if you did, make sure you hit the like button, comment with the question of the day, what's your favorite Hisuian Pokemon, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't. We also have a 500 subscriber giveaway if you want to look further in my channel. It is still going on until the end of December, so feel free to check that out, and I'd love to see you guys join. Alright, that's it for me. Peace out.